This is a short introduction to Adobe Photoshop. I have chosen to use version 7, though there are later versions available. I have several versions, but I always seem to go back to 7, as it is very simple to use, loads quickly, and does virtually everything I am likely to want to do. If you have a later version, the primary difference is in the appearance of the window. Tools operate much the same way, though they will be presented differently on the screen. Later versions are not necessarily better for the home user. Indeed, the power and capability of the software far exceeds the needs of even the most demanding user. When the window opens, you usually have tools and options showing. You may or may not have other functions showing, such as color palette, history record, and layer register, but they can be left off the screen until needed if you want to maximize the working space. You can move the toolbar to wherever it is most convenient by a left click, hold and drag with the mouse. Each of the tools has a pop-up description tag on mouse over, but you will quickly recognize and remember the various functions of the main tools. We will put an image on the screen. Go to File, Open and Browse. The image can be one of a wide range of formats, including bitmap, GIF, JPEG, portable network graphic, and so on. This image is a composite, constructed using Photoshop. An image on the screen provides a canvas to look at tools. We will look at Tools and the Brush tool. The first icon offers a range of tool options, but for the most part you are unlikely to need to change this. Brush size, however, will change a lot. The first few presets range from 1 pixel to 19 pixels with a hard edge. Next come soft edge brushes ranging from 5 pixels to 300 pixels. There is a range of other presets for patterns. You can change from the presets to larger or intermediate sizes with the master diameter slider. There is also a range of modes available, but most users will only need the normal mode. Flow is generally left at 100%. We'll leave the other tools for a later time. When I put the image on the canvas, I went to the command line and invoked File, Open. Most of the other options under the File tab are self-explanatory. The Save options will become active when we make changes to an image. Save will replace the existing file. Save As gives us the option of saving the changed file to a new file name and leaves the original unchanged. The Edit command generally requires you to make a selection of all or part of the image first, before you can make a change, and it will allow you to step backwards, undoing changes. The history record also allows you to step backwards. Under the Edit command, we find a very useful routine called Transform. We will load a new image onto the window to see how this can be employed. We will select the image first using the Marquee tool. I will make this page of text appear to be lying flat. Go to Edit, Transform, Rotate. Now Edit, Transform again and Scale. Now Edit, Transform again and Skew. Now Edit, Transform again and Distort, and so on. The far edge of the paper will need to appear shorter than the near edge. Now we can lock the changes in place by going to any tool and selecting Apply. You can also undertake similar moves with Transform Perspective. Remember, provided we haven't saved any changes to the file at this point, we can use the history record to quickly step backwards, undoing one or more changes if we are not satisfied with the results. Now we will use the next command called Image. First we will browse for a new picture. Go to File, Open. Now select All so we can make changes. Then Image Adjustments. We can change color balance. Again, Image Adjustments, Brightness and Contrast. Again, Image Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. Or even Image Adjustments, Desaturate. Most often, we will just need to undertake minor changes to improve picture clarity. Under Image Size, we can reduce large images to make them more suitable for sending over the Internet. Today's cameras often result in very large pictures at very high quality, which print out very nicely. But the file size for such pictures is also very large, unsuitable for Internet transfer, and unnecessarily large for view on a screen. The eye is very forgiving and will not easily detect a difference in quality on the screen. Of course, there is a limit. As a rule of thumb, a picture measuring 1024 pixels by 768 pixels, saving at a file size of 700 to 800 kilobytes, will still print out very well to 11 inches by 8 inches, or 53 centimeters by 37. To change image size, go to Image, Image Size, and ensure the box for Constrain Proportions is ticked. Then adjusting image width will automatically adjust height the correct amount. To change file size, go to File, Save As, enter a new file name, Save, and adjust the slide bar until file size is appropriate to your needs. For internet transmission, a file size of about 175 kilobytes is satisfactory. Remember, if you reduce the file size of an image, save it as a new file so the original is preserved. Usually, a picture will have no margin. The picture size and the canvas size are the same. We can increase the canvas size to make a margin around the picture. Go to Image, Canvas Size. I prefer to work in pixels, finding them easier to relate to. Width and height of the canvas are changed separately. For an 800 pixel by 600 pixel image, I would set the canvas size at 820 pixels by 660 pixels. I want room at the bottom for a caption. Go to Select, All, and using the Move tool, push the image up and then select Deselect. Now we can use the Text tool for caption. Under the command line are the text options. Whilst the cursor is blinking in the text box, we can change font style, size and colour. As soon as we click outside the text box on another tool, the text is permanent. You can, of course, use the History tool to step back and make a different title if you wish. If satisfied now, you can save the file. This ends the tutorial. In the next tutorial, we will look at layers.